The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast platform, its affiliates, or even the hosts. The information provided is for general informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal, financial, or professional advice. The host and guests are not liable for any errors of omission in the content, nor for any losses, injuries, or damages arising from the use of the information provided. Listeners are encouraged to seek professional advice relevant to their specific circumstances. Now enjoy the show.
Man, I tell you, one day before vacation and black folks want to be late to work, I swear for God. I joke, I kid. What's cracking?
Hey, we here.
Yeah, welcome to the Ops. I am RG. Sitting right next to me is my sister, Lady D. One mic is somewhere out there. Yeah, he'll be here in a minute, though.
Yeah. We're just gonna move on ahead.
Yeah, no doubt. He'll be in a sec. If you don't know, now you know. Today is episode 39. Today is our season finale.
Okay.
Just in time because I needed a vacation. It's viewer's choice. Yeah, it's these seasons go quick. But yeah, we in there. This is all about you guys. So whatever you guys want to talk about, we are here. Shout out to Mrs. Johnson. Shout out, Ma. Hope you well.
Hello, Ma Johnson.
Yep. Like, Money will be here in a minute. I just sent you the link. So tell him to check his checks because I can't actually look at my phone, but I did send him the text, Mike. So
we believe you. We believe you.
All right. I try to be a good steward. But anyway.
Okay.
Man, where do we start, man? We got a lot of stuff to kind of talk about today's viewer's choice, like I said before. Yeah, actually, Mom, we actually podcast 2 months on, 1 month off. So April is like just in time because it's started baseball season, and I'm tired. As much as we love podcasting, we can't do it all year round. So we do have to take some time off just to keep it fresh and come up with new ideas and stuff like that. So, So yep. So this is our last show for the Ops and for Running with Scissors tomorrow night. Then we'll take April off. Then we'll be back in May?
May.
Yeah. It's not like I don't know the months. I'm like, yeah, it's time for vacation. When you start thinking about it, is that
right?
Yeah. It's
yeah, it's May. We'll be back in May.
No doubt. So yeah, so it's all good though. So yeah, we're not going anywhere. We just gotta recharge our batteries. But that gives you guys all the time in the world to watch our back catalog, get caught up, grab more people, tell them to follow us, and yeah, we'll keep it rolling. That's right.
Get ready for some new shows coming on too.
Indeed, that's right. Your show comes up. We're also going to relaunch 40 and Still Gaming. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff actually happening. And somebody's knocking at the door. Coming to the stage, 6'2" point guard out of the Lower East Southfield, Money Mike Johnson.
That's just time to talk about the weekend.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, Mike.
I was in the wrong room. I just showed up in the wrong room. I was like, wait, this ain't me.
It's all good.
Like people running around with scissors and stuff.
Well, okay.
And if you guys had watched, Mike was on Running with Scissors last week, and Penny was in here, Mama was here, and we acted up, and it was a great show. So if you hadn't watched that show, go back and watch that.
Yes.
I liked it.
Right.
Thanks. I was happy to be on, something different. Like I said, I was on the other side of the fence.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So we started the weekend? Because you know it's viewer's choice today, money. So viewer's choice today, son.
Sure. I mean, had a great weekend, relaxing, played some basketball. That was pretty much it. Pretty dope, pretty quiet.
Okay. That sounds
Shout out
fair.
to Precious and Aya. Thank y'all so much for your continued support as always. Let me get
Appreciate
Precious
y'all.
and Aya.
So how about you, Lady? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I ended up working a little on Sunday, and I was kind of regretful of it. And I usually live by like no regrets, but I was like, I'm gonna have to take this into account for the future. You know,
I got you.
It's okay to say no. You know.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But you will be proud to know I spent the latter half of Sunday on my couch as a couch potato.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a new pastime for me. I'm like, hey, this is nice.
That works.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Mike. Got call mine.
I know. I see it.
The world knows you got to call her back. So 901.
I'm mad you gonna throw that in this.
He sent it a voicemail.
I didn't say that.
It's like ignore.
901, 32 seconds later, he will be calling you. We will make sure he gets off the show on time.
That is so funny. Yeah.
Oh man. All that prep work. Like I said, I was in the wrong room. But we're here. We're here now.
Yeah, we're here.
Energy's right. Energy's up. We here.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Yeah.
That was just my little reset.
Okay.
That's cool, man.
That's cool.
Hey, I was just telling the folks before you got here, we do need a vacation because, you know, it gets a little rough. So,
yeah. I enjoy y'all's company, but the break is nice too.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, it's like, what do you do when the television show never turns off? I know, you take a month off. That's what you do.
Take a month. That's a month. And you retool, get better.
Well, y'all old enough to know. Remember when TV would turn off at like 11, and then it'd come back on at like 5 or 6, and they play the national anthem? You just got static. It's like go to bed.
It was sadness though, because sometimes you wonder, it's like, what if TV stayed over? And now it's never turns off, and we're like,
never turns off.
Yeah,
right. Like
got 1,000 choices.
It's crazy. We got to unplug ourselves from it.
Yes.
Yep, we got our wish. Well, my dog is going to answer the door. Thank you, dog. Shout out to Vader, my shadow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool if he can answer the door and be like, "Go away."
No.
Mike, no, they won't come to the door.
Hey, why?
Precious. You're on the clock, buddy. You're on the clock, buddy.
Hey,
I call both of y'all. Y'all both on the clock. I got Mike covered till now. I don't know about you, homie. You may want to,
No, I'm rolling the bus over Mike and backing up. He sent Precious to voicemail. He sent his mom to voicemail.
No. What up, Joey?
Wait, back to voicemail.
Hey, look, mom's probably called Aya too.
Right.
Hey, man, I can only cover for one of y'all.
I appreciate
that guy's on the show.
No, I already told you. I showed up and I rolled the bus over him today. Yeah,
right.
Reverse. Like, what was that? Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, right. What was that back there? I don't know. Keep going.
Just hit a lump, like, look around like.
What's that?
It's cool though. We here. It's a family reunion.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a really good show because, like you said earlier, we get to talk about whatever we want to talk about. Whatever. As far as the audience, you guys, me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever's been on your mind, maybe you got a petty bill you want to share.
Yeah, I have one. So yeah,
I have one also.
I kind of have one, but you know, it depends on where you guys go with it. Because sometimes we be on the same wavelength, so I'd rather just stay on that.
You're welcome to share your petty bill, whatever it is.
True.
I know.
Definitely. But I'm just saying, like I got a small one. It's a little irritant. Not really too much of a. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a huge Pettyville, but
it's all right. Pettyville is a big town.
Right,
It is. It is. There's a lot of things that make us,
a united community of petty ass people. Yes, indeed.
Right.
That works. That definitely works. So we got cracking.
Wait, Archie didn't tell us about his weekend.
Oh, dude, it's a tale of 2 weekends. I tell you. Friday night was pretty chill. I was like multiple sheets to the wind, and we fell asleep somewhere in that Friday and the Saturday. Okay. Then I got late night telephone call saying I had to leave out of town for a quick second, and it was totally shocking. And I was totally like 9 sheets to the wind on Saturday night, so I had to kind of pull myself together and do a lot of driving. I had a 13-hour driving day yesterday, but everything worked out. Wow. And still went to work, by the way. And I am miserable. And thank God for the show, because I'd probably be laid over somewhere. Thank God.
Well, I'm sorry to hear you are miserable.
Yeah.
It's more like not miserable, like I'm unhappy, but but tired as hell. Absolutely, chuck me, sign me up for tired as hell.
I would say misery loves company, so hopefully your misery has some company.
Right.
Oh. Positive note. Big happy birthday wish to our main man, Lucky Lefty.
Happy birthday.
Before I hit the road, I did stop over his house to wish him happy birthday wishes. Cool. We shared a couple shots. And he did the dopest thing ever. He actually shared a Spotify playlist with me. And Mike, I must admit, a couple hundred miles later, I did not skip one record. His playlist is pretty spot on. And there was a couple things that I had not heard before.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, his that's what I'm saying. I'm surrounded by creative music taste. You know what I'm saying? Everything from the late. Now, I wouldn't even say the late. I'll say from the 60s all the way to 2000 and about 15. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's still music being made today, but it's not classic yet.
Right.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, that's a good question. Let me write that down. Like, how long does it take before a record can become classic?
In this day and age, 32 seconds. They'd be like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing ever."
I know. I mean, in our opinion, we kind of a mature show. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Some most days.
Yeah, we'll get there. But that's a good topic. Like, when is a record classic?
Mom, I wouldn't say drunk. I would just say 4 sheets to the wind and not able to operate motor vehicles. But if they consider that drunk, probably so.
Yeah, that's
that sounds drunk. Yeah.
Just let we can laugh.
At least you knew not to drive.
Oh, absolutely. Because I am not. Me and jail cells do not mix. Oh no.
Right.
Put them keys down, folks. Stop talking yourself into jail cells.
Yeah.
Right.
Mr. Johnson in the building. What up, dude?
Yeah.
What up, Pops?
What, Mr. Johnson? All right.
Man, we got a full house.
Yes, we do. That's why I say it's a family reunion in here. We're gonna have a great show.
I like that.
No doubt. I did make a small rundown if y'all want to go through that real quick.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm totally interested in answering your question about music. But the rundown for tonight is Rest in Heaven to George Forman, former heavyweight champion. The Spartans and the Wolverines are in the Sweet 16. Yes. If ain't nobody watching. And the Pistons actually received the ultimate blessing from the greatest Piston of all time. So that's the rundown for tonight. Still viewer's choice. So whatever you guys want to talk about, put that in the chat.
Yeah.
Because this is your show. But sir, I will answer your question, sir.
All right, let's go.
They're actually using great albums or the quote unquote great albums to sell records, but they're not giving it the test of time because music is so disposable nowadays. You have some amazing records out there that haven't even been heard yet because there's so much content out there. So it's really hard to pick a classic out nowadays, because what counts as a classic? Everyone likes the songs, the quality, the artists.
Yeah.
There used to be a vetting process where, if you're still listening to this record 10 years ago, might be a classic, but at least it's your jam. But nowadays, you got kids making 5 or 6 albums in a year,
Yeah.
It's really hard to say.
I think you got to give it time to marinate. I think the test of time is what really gives a record, a chance to become classic. Like sometimes you will hear a record or a full album, you be like, this gonna be that one because everybody wants to be first in naming that classic. But I think the test of time tells it all. And then the demographic that it reaches. You know what I'm saying? A song that can reach an 8 to 80-year-old, everybody doing this,
yeah.
The Humpty Dance.
Humpty Dance.
The Humpty Dance.
Yeah.
You let the dogs out. You know what I mean? People rock those songs, regardless. You know,
things that get played at your barbecue and everybody hustling or jamming too. Because just a single can become classic off of people just doing the hustle off of it, or got a step or two to it. But
right.
But I really think the test of time is what really generates if it's a classic or not. I think classic gets overused. Yeah, because it hasn't really ran that full gamut or that course to become a classic. You can't say a song is classic when it first dropped. You can, but I think you hoping.
But those are like some outliers. You're talking about like the Education of Lauryn Hill. We're talking that level of like genius, Thriller. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna.
I was gonna go Stevie Wonder, songs in the mind.
Songs in the Key of Life.
Yeah.
Music Aquarium.
Well, I say Alicia Keys. I said Stevie Wonder with Alicia Keys' title.
Yeah. Songs in the
minor. No. I said songs in the minor. But I was trying to say songs in the Key of Life.
Yeah. Well, we knew what you meant.
Thank you.
That's why you're the king of Mike Tim, sir. We always know what you mean.
I have a question for you guys. I think I may know Mike's answer because he didn't care for that Beyonce Isley remix. Not Isley.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
See, it's contagious. I got you.
Yeah. So, okay. So do you guys, when you hear a song and you think it's going to be your jam from back in the day, but it turned out to be something new, does that irritate you guys? You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you mean. I'm going to let RG go first.
Yeah, but then it's like a totally different song.
It's a yes or no, right? Yeah. So it's like it's a moment in time. Like if I think like I'm gonna hear Frankie Beverly and Maze and Beyonce start singing, I might still listen if it's jamming. But if it's just like someone remaking a song and they suck at it, then I'm completely pissed in 30 seconds or less.
Okay.
So if you're gonna re-sing somebody's jam, it better be on point or better.
Okay, say Luther, Kendrick Lamar, and SZA.
I actually love that song.
I like it too. I was playing it earlier.
Yeah, but I actually like that song.
But when it started out, if this world were mine, and then it turns into something else.
We were popping to a song.
Yeah.
We were popping to a song as soon as it came out, especially if we like the artist. But I'm gonna tell you something.
Basically,
back in the day, and I'm saying this like even we'll just do like 80s and back. It seemed like music. They took their time to make the music a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Like here, it's popping out too fast. Like it's just to get it to the. You know what I mean? Like
I think it's technology too. Because back the time frame you said, we had LPs, you had again 8-tracks, cassettes, and now you have digital. You could drop a whole record, or they don't even call it record anymore, a whole track or album on the internet without all of that other process. So I think it's dealing with the times and technology too.
Right. I want to answer Mr. Johnson's question. I don't really think there's a time frame for a classic. I think it's a litmus test. For example, Friday night I was actually at a karaoke spot.
I saw that.
Shout out to Detroit Slapboxing. That's his thing. So when in Rome, do what Romans do, right?
So, y'all look like y'all had fun.
Oh yeah, it was a great time. But you would be surprised of the songs you heard. I heard a bunch of different songs from different genres, and everybody in the spot, that was a jam. And to me, that's a classic. When you put that on, no matter who's in it, they like, oh, I know that song.
Yeah.
That to me is a classic. Because that resonates with not just my culture, everybody else's culture. Like, oh, hell, Kung Fu fighting? Oh shit, I remember that. Regardless of the quality of the song, but the way it makes you feel, the way you absorb it is a big thing when coming up with a classic.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you. So like if everyone starts singing that song.
Yeah, it's the feel. because I'll give you a prime example of what the kids consider a classic, which I feel like is a jumbled buggy mess. To Pimp a Butterfly for Kendrick Lamar is a jumbled mess in my head. Okay. It's a bunch of great music, and it's just like I'm angry, young, blah, and that's what it feels like when I listen to this record, which I'm here for. But it's like, you know, I don't ever want to be this emotional while listening to my music. I'm sorry, I just want to be happy.
Like you know, like before you hear that.
So right. Like when you say you don't want to be angry when you listen to your music or things like that, and it kind of goes with what we were talking about last week. Like I think it was last week, like about like how music gives you emotion. I mean, you know what I'm saying, it gives you adrenaline. It pushes, like some Tupac songs will give you, you know, like I said, it'll make you drive fast or something like that. And then you got songs by Marvin Gaye that'll just make you think of a time period that really ain't changed too much. But you know what I'm saying? It puts you in that light. So songs like that, I think are classic. I'm going with Marvin Gaye more so. Like, what's the name of the song I'm trying to think of? Right? I know you know.
Which one? Let's Get It On.
No. His thing.
You talking about what's going on?
What's going on? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I hear that song, it's a time period song, and it puts you. It's not really a time period song, but it's a song that puts you in a moment of time that, you know what I'm saying, we still ain't far from. So it's still so relevant. I think songs like that are very classic. Sam Cooke, you know, classic. You know, especially to us. But
what's going on hit me different the older I got, right? I used to hear it all the time because my mama had every 45 known to man. So I heard all these songs in like little intervals where she's just flipping disc and whatever. But when I brought the whole record, I had no clue that he literally took this song and like broke it into 4 parts. So I was always confused on the radio because I thought I was listening to what's going on, but it was this part of the song. I had no clue that literally the first half of this record was one song, broken into different parts based on when he got out of war, when he got addicted, and when he found God. And I was like, whoa.
Oh no, I didn't know that at all.
The first, I would say, listen to the first half of what's going on. It's technically him leaving war, coming back home, connecting with his friends, getting high as Wolf was, and then finding God somewhere in the middle. It's an amazing, like, it's really amazing how they pulled that off. And I never caught on to that until I actually took my non-millennial self and sat down and actually listened to the music.
Right.
That's amazing. That is amazing. I just learned something new. So, you know what we got to do soon? I need to make a trip to the record store.
Indeed.
Cynthia says artists took their time. And that's why I was trying to convey. Yeah, I was trying to convey that as well. You know, it's just, it seems like the product was and I don't want to sound like the old guy, you know, each generation does this, but you know, the music back then was so much better. And you could tell, like, you know, I'm just gonna say it. The music that I listened to, I would defend against my parents in regards to, well, you know what I'm saying, this music is fire or whatever, because we're still listening to it today. I don't know what's gonna happen with this music that's on today. And that's probably how my parents was feeling about my music as well. But it's more songs that my parents actually listen to of mine than what they're probably listening to today. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I will say it like this. We know we've hit the all-time low when we turn on Mix 92.3, the R&B station, and we hear like OJ the Juice Man or like something like that. Something like, or Soulja Boy is on like the classic oldies. So that's when we know we've hit the wall. So shout out to them. No,
I haven't listened to the radio in I don't know how long. I'm curious to know if they still have. You remember the what was that?
Top 88.
Not the top 88, but after that, when it was the
Quiet Storm.
Yes, the Quiet Storm.
You know what? I might actually try.
I don't think if they'll probably have something close to it. At least I'm hoping, because the Quiet Storm was that was live.
Yeah.
So what you got?
So since we before we hop into talking about George Forman, I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Right now, Bible to your head, because we don't want to talk about pistols. What would be a great album in your opinion? We'll start with.
What's the question again? I'm sorry.
What would you consider right now, Bible to your head, one of the greatest albums you ever heard.
Okay, all right. Greatest album.
Any genre.
So I'm thinking Shantae Moore had this CD. I loved like every song on it. I can't think of the name of the CD. I have to look it up. But
good.
Yeah, it's like every song was great.
Dang, greatest album on the spot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I can't get nothing, I can't get it out of my head, man. I'm just gonna have to go Me Against the World, Tupac.
I knew you was gonna say Tupac. I knew it.
We were just waiting for which Tupac song, sir.
But that's just because I was caught off guard, and that's always gonna be one of my most favorite albums. But you know what? That album isn't the album that actually got me to be a Tupac fan. I like the song "Brenda's Got a Baby," and that made me a fan. But then I didn't listen to nothing else after that until "All Eyes on Me" came out. So then I listened to "All Eyes on Me" and went back and started listening to his other albums. I bought them all, and that "Me Against the World" was the best. I felt like his pen was like he truly was a poet when he was locked up.
Right. Yeah, he actually, everybody's talking about, oh, you're so creative in prison. He had nothing but time, so I'm sure he would have rather been doing something else. But since you're here, you might as well write some raps, So.
Wow.
Yeah, but I don't really. I think it's maybe one song that I probably don't listen to, but overall, man, I don't even think it's a skippable. It's just one of them things that you just listen to, and I could just drive to, wherever I'm driving to.
Right. No, I'm with you though, because Me Against the World was a time and place. Because you talk about that was devastating. He had this amazing life, and then he's gone, and then he makes an amazing album right after his death. And the album did not suck. It's probably one of the better albums he made. So yeah, I can see where that would be one for you. All right, let's see. Precious, Mariah Carey, and Mary J. Blige. What's the 411? Crazy. Mariah Carey's
what was it?
Music Box. Crazy. Yep, I feel you.
So it's funny that you said Precious at that moment because the Shantae Moore album was called Precious. So when you said that, I thought you were saying the name of the album.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah. That's cool.
Dope.
Yeah, I like that Mary J. Blige.
Mary had
back in the day.
You know what's funny is
that was good.
What's the 411?
Yeah.
I didn't get into it till late, super late. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of it. But then as time went on, you learn to appreciate. Like I said, you appreciate stuff. I think classics are undeniable. I think you can go a long time without listening to something, but then it eventually it'll hit you. Even if you don't really care for the artist, I think something about it will grab you and be like, this is why everybody liked it. I get it now.
Yeah.
Facts.
Not all the time, but I think certain artists will grab you in if you give it a fair shot.
So RG, what's your favorite?
Yeah.
Artist.
My favorite for right now is I'm gonna go a little bit off the grid. Like the Pink Floyd's "Dark Side of the Moon" was pretty epic.
Yeah, you talk about that one.
That record is mad trippy because that was the first time I heard someone rock not sound like rock per se. They were able to blend rock and social justice into it, and they also kind of tapped into mental health. That was a pretty dope record.
Okay.
For nostalgia for me would probably be Eric B. and Rakim's "Paid in Full." I've been a Rakim fan ever since then, and I never realized until I read his book. I didn't realize the science behind the record and how he makes his music. Okay. So it just kind of just made my fandom and the way he does his art even more. And another odd one that probably not a lot of people will listen to is probably on Master Ace's record called "Disposable Arts."
Okay.
Okay.
He was almost out of music, and he said, "If I'm gonna make one more record, I'm gonna make a record that says what I feel." And he felt like at that time hip hop was disposable, so he made this whole record about how the industry was disposable and how they were taking the culture and making it into a marketable place. And this is way before 2020s and all that stuff. So there's been artists that have already kind of seen this coming.
Right.
Mr. Johnson said,
before we get into right before we get into that question, let's go ahead and take this break. We'll come right back to Pops' question and then go to Cynthia's as well.
Got it. Thank you, sir. You caught me, guys. Getting ready to keep it rolling.
I know. But we good. We're gonna get right back to it because this is a great topic.
No doubt.
Tap into your essence with a Divine Essence candle. Candles that soothe your soul and balance your chakras. Each candle has an affirmation inscribed on each jar to help you stay grounded, create balance and harmony. Use code DE20 for 20% off your first purchase at divineessence.us.
What up, peeps? RG from the United Front. Got a quick question for you. Have you always dreamed about podcasting, but you don't know where to start or what even platform to use? Well, I can answer one of them questions for you from the start. Make StreamYard your first investment in your podcast future. StreamYard's easy to use, and it allows you to go live on multiple platforms at once. So, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, you can stream them all at the same time. Show us some love. That's my point. When you open up a StreamYard account, use that link below. That actually gives us some love so we can keep producing the same content, and you can also be using the same high quality technology we use to bring the content to your internet browser. So please and thank you in advance. Go StreamYard, go United Front. Talk to you later. And we are back. Big shout out to all our sponsors. Big shout out to Detroit Slapbox, Divine Essence, and of course, shout out to ourselves because we gotta show some love to ourselves.
Right.
Tonight's topic, to recap, we are on some viewers' choice for our season finale, and right now we're offering this music.
Yes.
So we had some more questions, just continuing down that path. So let's start with that. He said,
what movies?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
No. Oh, I was just gonna say, what movies made a song a hit? So basically, we talking soundtracks now. Like, what soundtrack? Like, really, I guess take it how you want. You know what I'm saying?
Crank the Soulja Boy. For you. The Soulja Boy was one. He got a Grammy. He got not a Grammy, Oscar off that for the like Soulja Boy song.
What?
Okay. That's how he got. Yep.
Okay.
Well, that's Think Like a Man, the song Tonight with John Legend.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what was a good soundtrack too. Dead Presidents.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're talking about the soulful version, right?
Yeah.
With Isaac Hayes.
There you go.
You know what soundtrack I like? Even Today, Mo Better Blues.
That's
the whole
another good
soundtrack
one.
from Mo Better Blues.
Dope.
Michelle with 1L got some good ones on there too.
We got Purple Rain in the
we got Al Green.
Yeah, Al Green music.
Pops is down with the Pink Floyd.
Okay, I'm here with Pink Floyd.
Benny and the Jets. That's shout out to Elton John. Really good.
And
also
Saturday
Rocket Man. We'll throw that in there too. Rocket Man.
Don't forget Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. I like that song.
Nice.
Okay.
Of course, Isaac Hayes. Absolutely.
Definitely.
What y'all know about Curtis Mayfield? No, I'm asking y'all. I know.
Me? Yeah. If there's hell below, we're all gonna go. Are you kidding me? That is my jam. I'm telling you, that guy's wild.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Cynthia says a lot of movies made songs popular.
Yeah.
Yep.
Michelle with 1L is in the building. Thank you so much for pulling up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also mentioned she said Purple Rain.
Yeah, I was reading her comments.
Love Jones.
Yes. Love Jones was good.
Presidents. And yes, Claudine. I remember Claudine. My mama had the record of Claudine.
And you know what's funny? Brandon put me up on Claudine.
Okay.
Of all people, I wouldn't think that would be his type of movie, but he bought that movie and it was really good, man.
Yeah, that was all sung by Gladys Knight. That was a whole soundtrack with all Gladys Knight music. She had was it Mr. Invisible? I think that's the coldest record on there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was deep. That's a deep record, actually. Yeah, big shout out.
Shout out to Superfly. That's in the chat.
Dude, this is turning into a music show, folks. We might have
right. Hey, I see your Superfly and raise you. You know, that's the kind of shit.
Right.
Mr. Welfare, still talking about the Claudine soundtrack. Big shout out. No doubt.
Yeah.
It was. That was a really good soundtrack as well. You know. And it, like even on the hip hop side, man, Bud the Rim had an amazing soundtrack.
Absolutely.
You always talk about the show, but go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna tell you about Above the Rim is dope, right? So what if I told you there's 2 songs on the actual cassette that are not actually on the CD?
I only had the cassette. I didn't even have the CD.
Yep. So I think it's 14 tracks on the tape, and I think it's only 12 on the CD. So the last 2 bonus tracks did not make it to the CD.
Oh.
So you're getting cheated if you got a CD. If you never heard the tape, you got cheated.
I had to take. Man. All right. So what's the topic? What you want to go into?
Just want to do some reflections on George Foreman. I guess we can put the banner up for combat sports because he is an icon. So let's do a quick shout out to the big homie, and then we can just
get
call
back
it in the air.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, over the weekend we got some sad news. One of our heroes, Mr. George Forman, passed away this weekend. I think he was 74-ish, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Who, for those who don't know, he's not just a guy who had a really cool grill. He's a 2-time world champion, gold medalist, and a great human being to boot. Because a lot of people will only know him from like grilled meat. However, this guy's amazing. All jokes aside, I think the first time I got a glimpse of George Foreman outside of him knocking Michael Moore out was actually I seen When We Were Kings. That documentary, it showed George Foreman, but I don't really think they put him in the most positive light. They showed him more like the bad guy because it was mainly about Ali. Yeah. But you get a glimpse of what type of person he is in that movie because he was super about his people. He just didn't play. So I'm glad that he was able to tell his story in the long run to make himself seem like the great person he was. So, your thoughts?
So I can't remember where I watched the documentary. Actually, it wasn't a documentary. It was actually a movie on George Foreman. Just to see like how hard he trained to fight Muhammad Ali, and how young he was at that time as well. Like he always looked like he was so much older than what he was when that fight took place. And just to see his struggle.
I think he was like 26? Because he was only 24 when he became the champ.
Yeah.
He was only 24.
So
he was really young.
And then to get outwitted in that kind of way, because I don't see nobody that wouldn't have fell for the rope-a-dope, especially with that kind of power. You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know. His story is just amazing. And then at the same time, he was probably one of the first I'll say like stars to rebrand himself from being a villain to a really lovable type of guy. You know what I mean? It's amazing. In a span of 30 years.
Yeah. Well, so what if I told you actually one person that we no longer like fumbled the bag? What if I told you the former girl was actually supposed to be the Hulk Hogan lean grilling machine?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They turned it down and it got pushed to George Foreman. So
Michelle with 1L had a comment. She says the George Foreman grill walked so the air fryer could run. Rest in peace, man. I'm rocking with that. I like that.
Absolutely. Shout out.
So I remember before there was Shark Tank, George Foreman had a show where he had people bring businesses to him to decide whether or not he would invest in those businesses and or create those products. Okay. So I remember watching that, and he would try and support people. So I thought that was cool.
Definitely. Dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. George Foreman really is a big part of boxing history, and I don't think he gets talked about enough in that aspect either.
Well, he didn't bite any
Yeah.
ears off, so no.
Why we gotta take shots at Tyson?
Oh, I like Tyson. I told y'all I like Tyson.
Lady, he made a mistake.
I like Tyson.
That was not a mistake, sir. That was dinner that night. That was not a mistake, Glenn.
That was a choice, right?
Hey, when you get headbutted 15, 20 times in a fight, I mean, some screws get knocked loose.
What's the ref there for? You know?
That's what he was asking. He was like, okay, I got to take matters in my own hands. Maybe if I bite his ear off, he won't be able to ram his head into my head.
Yeah, bro, when you start with maybe I'll bite his ear off, you've already disqualified yourself. Just so you know.
Well, hey, the decision was already, the consequences and decision was already made. He weighed his eyes and said, hey, what's the worst that's going to happen? This dude going to be jumping around holding his ear, and I'm not going to get headbutted anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll forgive me about 10 years later.
Yeah, most people like Rice-A-Roni. Mike Tyson went right for the gusto. Just saying.
I don't like where we're going with this.
No. Shout out to Mike. He's another person who I have high respect for because he's been so transparent about his journey. You can't help but to like the guy.
Exactly.
Kind of way George kind of flipped it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to Mike.
Yeah.
No, you know I'm just messing because especially IG.
Mike, I did do the research. So here's what happened. Because a lot of people are saying that Mike Tyson was actually ducking George Forman. So here's the problem. At the time they were trying to book the fight, Mike Tyson was currently suing Don King for like $100 million. So i.e., I'm not going to book you for a fight when you're already trying to like sue me for $100 million. So that's how the Mike Tyson George Forman didn't happen.
Okay. That makes sense.
So I'm about to say, I think he was 17 at the Olympics. So yeah, very young. Started his career very young, and I guess Olympics is amateur. So I'm pretty sure once he won that, he just went on straight to the pros.
Well, I wouldn't say the Olympics were amateur because you got to work hard to even get to the Olympics.
But being I think back then you had to. You can't be a professional boxer. I don't think. Can you?
Oh, yeah. You're still an amateur status when you're in the Olympics at that point in time. Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. Okay.
So, but yeah, all right.
So we talked about Big George.
What time is it? Okay.
Big George. It's just we're losing our greats, man. It seems like every month it's another rest in peace. Or I'm looking on social media and I just see that he passed. Like we don't hear from these stars in so long, and then next thing you know, you look up and they're saying passed at the age of 74 73 or whatever, which is still young, you know what I mean? And I don't know. And then at the same time, that I hate that we don't celebrate them while they're still here. They become legend once they pass. Like, give them their flowers now.
I would say with him probably a little different because remember, we got to see George Forman in phases. Technically, me and you got to grow up with George Foreman. I thought I'd never say it in a sentence. But remember, we got to see him on HBO boxing. Yeah. We got to see him on regular television. So we got to see his transformation in real time. Where a lot of our heroes, like, damn, you still alive? Like, holy crap. You're more shocked that you're still alive versus, it's
almost like the Ice Cube phase, for this generation. Like, they don't know him as a rapper. They only know him as,
the basketball guy or the actor.
Yeah. Are we there yet? Not knowing that he made a song called F the Police.
Craig on Friday.
Yeah.
I call him Craig to this day.
Yes.
How you get fired on your day off? I'll tell you how. So, yeah, man. What's some of y'all, I guess, transition to any other open topics or whatever y'all got going?
Not really. Not really.
Into like Pettyville or anything like that.
No, the music pretty much carried us through most of the show. We weren't really sports heavy today, so I'm good, bro. How about you?
I'm good.
Okay. I guess we can get into this Pettyville.
You want to do Pettyville? Okay,
absolutely.
Let me warm my hands up now.
All right.
Yeah, I got a question on how to be more effective in petty. So I'm gonna need you guys to give me all your petty powers.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna hit the music bed and then we're gonna go from there.
Okay.
Got you. Let's do it.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go. I'm ready.
Sweet. Ladies first. Right on.
Okay. So today, I went to a big box store with my mom.
Okay.
And I was prepared to have a full-on standoff with a lady in the aisle at this big box store. I had to say they were not like us.
Okay.
And they were not like us. And they don't always know the word excuse me. They weren't taught excuse me, I guess, like we were coming up. So they just want you to move. They just take their cart and be, bumper cars with it. So I'm standing there. And she looking at me, I'm looking at her. And I'm like, So I'm like, I'm ready to dig my heels in and just stand there because I got all day, right? Like, it's turn the petty up to 25.
Turn the petty up.
Okay.
I like that. Turn the petty up.
That. Yeah, see, we're gonna turn the 25. I look at the wall and she looking at me. I'm not moving. I just happened to turn my head to the left, and I see my mom. And in that moment, I said, my mom don't deserve to see me cut up in this big box store. So out of respect for my mom, I go ahead and step out the way. And then the woman then says, thank you. And I look at her like, you should have been saying, excuse me. But I said, no, with your mom. So don't cut up I'm in the suburbs. Okay. So I get to the corner. I tell my mom, out of respect for you, I decided to not act up. So I was ready to, act up. So my mom says, oh, I was already prepared not to move.
Your mom's was with it too. Okay, no doubt.
I should have just stood there. You're like, I got all day.
Man, that oven would have been turned up for real.
Right.
Yes. I just get annoyed
Ladies,
with
like,
that.
we shall not be movers, not just on my iPod. We're gonna stay right here all day.
Exactly. I mean, just say excuse me. It's just
all it
2
takes.
words. Please, thank you.
Far. And then just to say, what did she said? Thank you as she walked past.
As I moved out the way, she said thank you to me. So I think I don't remember if I said you welcome or not because I was still caught up.
Nice little petty trip as she walked by would have been nice.
Right.
I couldn't trip her. She had a little girl with her, and they would have been witnesses. Because they got cameras in the store.
Yeah,
so you can't leave no witnesses behind.
No. This is true. Big fact.
I like RG would not do well and incarcerated.
I hear you.
Oh, see, Michelle is still with the poops. So she's like, my line is excuse you. Oh, that's it. It's so tight.
Oh, yeah, that would be a nice burn. I'm going to have to use that next time.
Yeah. What about you, RG?
Okay, so I need help, folks. I need all y'all petty powers, right? So I finally figured out this whole big box Myers situation. I live right next door to a Myers in my neighborhood, right? They say, oh, shop in your neighborhood, it's going to be great. No, it's not. Because every time I go there, I buy milk and water. Okay. And every time I put the milk in my cart, I just leave because I feel like the dumbest thing in the world is put milk in a bag. Why the hell would I put it in a bag? It's stupid. But every time I put the milk in the bag, no one bothers me. But if I leave the milk outside the bag, now they say, "Can I see your receipt?" Like, oh yeah, I just got $200 worth of stuff and I sold $1 of milk. Get your bum ass out of here with that. Anyway,
let me ask you a question. Before because this is the second time you told a story about people watching you walk out the store.
Yeah, now, my skin is my sin. I guess green means nothing in these parts.
I was gonna go a little bit further than your skin. Like, do you wear let's say a face mask type of hat when you walk in the store or anything like that? I'm just kidding.
No, I'm usually minding my damn business like most people should.
Just living while black. That's all.
Yeah. So my question you got.
Wait, you
got more questions. I love this. It's good. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Comment.
All right.
He says that shouldn't have been a petty bill. Should have been an ass kicking moment.
Right? Yes. I was trying not to cut up in the suburbs.
But Yeah, sometimes.
And my mom was with me. I was trying to be respectful, but
hey, she was with this. She was with it too. She was with it too. My bad, Archie. I just had to.
That's cool. Shout out to Mom. I know who I'm going to Walmart with. We about to cut up. This is great. I got a Sam's Club and a Costco card. We can cut up, Mom. We will turn this subject.
Hey, I'm gonna tag along.
I'm with it. Like, so
I know how she work. I'm gonna sit this one out.
This will be great. Yeah, man. Somebody's got to bail us out, sir. I'm gonna give you $100 in advance. Great. All right, so I noticed that every time I put my milk or water in a bag, now I don't have a problem. So my question is, should I quadruple my bags on my milk on purpose? Because I'm really thinking about taking a rack of bags and putting it around my milk every time I leave there.
That is petty.
And I'm not talking about 1 or 2 bags. I'm talking about like 10 to 15, just to prove a point.
Hey, why not?
Why not?
Because I got all day when it comes to this bag.
They make you bag your own stuff anyway. Why
exactly.
not? Yeah. So I'm figuring like if I keep buying milk and keep putting like, I don't know, 15 bags per order, I feel like they'll get the hint.
I mean,
what do you guys think?
We collect bags, so yeah, whatever you get in bags, go ahead. You know,
they can become fruit bags or something when you get them home. Hey,
when I go to the grocery store, I do put my milk in a bag, and the reason why I do is because for some reason it leaks a little bit around the,
it shouldn't leak.
The top. Yeah,
you gotta get one that don't leak.
Yeah, or I mean, I don't mean it leak. What happens is, like
condensation.
I won't even say condensation. It's like where it sits at in the crates. I guess with the other milks, one might bust or something, and it's that excess milk that it was sitting in or whatever.
Y'all been through stuff. I don't know where you shopping at.
y'all never had no. Okay.
No, sir. I put my groceries in the trunk. I'm one of them guys. I'm like, I just put everything in the trunk, and whatever's in that trunk.
I put mine in the back seat. I put everything in the back seat, but it depends on who's all in the car too. So like, if I got a lot of people in the car, I'll put it in the back seat. But yeah, I mean, I guess my milk has been through adventures and journeys.
Yeah.
So, y'all never had that problem, no?
I wouldn't know because my trunk is probably a mess. I never paid attention.
If I see milk leaking in the store, I don't leave the store with leaking milk. No, I just get it.
Precious just said that happens to me.
Because he probably sent you over there to get the milk. You're like,
no!
Milk.
I barely go to the store.
Okay, I like that Michelle 1L.
What Michelle said?
We turned into the Black Panthers. What's the other group in Detroit?
Detroit.
313 Detroit. Yeah. What?
New Era.
New Era. We're gonna be the New Era walking out with our stuff.
With our milk.
Catch me.
No, I usually answering Michelle because she said, "How about walk right out because there's no law in saying that they can check them." I know that's usually what happens. It usually ends up being me because they like, "Can I see your receipt?" I'm like, "No," and I just walk by. She's like, "You gotta show me your receipt." I'm like, "What you gonna do? Stop me?" And then I usually walk to my car. So it's usually contentious. But now I'm like, okay, since you're totally paying attention to me, now I must make a spectacle out of you. So I figure if I take about 9 racks of bags for one milk, I feel like you'll be fine. Or you'll stop fucking with me.
You're not even hurt nobody by taking the bags. I mean, but it's vindication.
I'm saving them money by not bagging milk. Duh.
They want it. Yeah, go ahead and bag it up.
Bag it up. Yep. Put it in the plastic bags, and if they have paper bags, put that in the paper bags.
Paper bags.
I knew I talked to the right people. That's a lovely idea.
She says yes. Put it in several bags. I think
that's
it.
I knew I was talking to my people. Heck yeah.
Precious says barely talking about me going to the store because
barely go, huh?
I mean, when I have an idea for a good meal that I want, mainly cheeseburgers, I'll run to the store real quick and get all the necessities. So yes, that's me. And then
barely.
And actually, she said it like, I don't know if y'all seen that meme where that girl was getting arrested and she was saying, they asked her if she was drunk. Never mind, I'll take our joke off here.
Okay.
Right
all right. It's gonna be great.
Right. It's gonna be great.
Right.
And then Cynthia says that it's sweat. She's talking about the milk.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So, like you said, the condensation. It's a lot of moisture that comes through. So I definitely put it in a bag.
So how about you, Mike? What you got as far as your pets?
I don't really have a big time petty. I've just been dealing with attention seekers.
You got a tiny house petty? Bring it.
Yeah, so seekers, validation from social media type people.
Okay.
You know, I feel like they live off of likes, things of that nature.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
So we're
definitely let us know.
Yeah, I got it's an inside joke in my house.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what's the arrest voice? I need to know.
I know. I totally want to know that.
I'm gonna have to send you. I'll send y'all the video and then I'll give y'all some commentary behind it. Matter of fact, I'll actually, if y'all follow the show, I'll put it in there.
Go.
All right, but just these social media celebrities, people that you feel like, and people that you even notice just lying for likes. Those are the people that really, get on my nerves.
People famous for no reason.
Not even that, because if you found a lane that you can get famous on, I'm okay with that. It's the liars. It's like you need validation for everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? You bring your drama to social media. That kind of thing. Like I'm entertained by it, but at the same time, I'm like, you don't have to do this.
Oh, big shout out to Penny. Penny was Penny Owens from Tomorrow's Show. She's actually watching on Instagram. Shout out to you, Penny. Thank you for putting it up.
Penny.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, big shout out. So
yes.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. So
Are we
doing Mike-isms?
Yes, of course. I mean, we can't do this show without Mike-isms, Patty Bill, Lady D's word of the day.
Yeah, these are things that must happen no matter what.
These are things that must happen, even if it ain't nothing else to talk about. We gonna talk about them things, them 3 things right there, or 4, whatever.
Let's do it.
All right.
Are we getting out of here on time?
The answer is yes, Mike, because we told your mom you was going to call her at 9:01 and 30 seconds. We are getting out on time, sir. We don't play. Yes, sir. That is the answer. Yes.
Funny.
If you didn't hear, I said, are we actually getting out of here on time?
It actually heard in the feed. I'm like, oh, this is great.
Sweet.
So big shout out to Mike for the Mike-ism. I am his disciple, RG. We are reading again from the book of Earth, Wind, and Fire, and we have more verses from chapter That's the Way of the World and verse Reason. Okay. If someone slaps you and tells you, get a hold of yourself, they ain't trying to calm you down. They just want to slap you. You're welcome.
I was thinking they asking to be punched.
Right.
Yeah. People making movies, they shake you and slap the slap. No, they just want to slap you.
I don't think they like you very much.
They like you at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That sounds like people that sound like us, though.
That sounds personal.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last one for me.
Mm-hmm.
The phrase, I thought I told you that we won't stop, could be either motivation or evidence. Choose wisely.
Yeah. I told you that we won't. That's terrible, RG.
I'm thinking too hard on this. Okay, let me stop.
No.
Bad boy.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking about all the different contexts that sentence could be in. You know?
And that's why it's a Mike-ism, my friend. I've learned from the master. So what you got, sir?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank each and every one of you that tune in every day to Mike-ism. Y'all know the saying, we taking this thing to infinity and behind. We say behind because we celebrate every moment it took for us to get to where we got to today, right now, in this moment. So with that being said, you don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to that hour. You're welcome. I'll say it one more time. You don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to that hour. So if you're supposed to meet a certain quota, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. That's your value. But if you're working for yourself, every moment that you put into your own business is invaluable.
I like that. Right. I was already ready to have a rebuttal, but I like that last part.
I just added it. What was your rebuttal? I want to hear it because.
Like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm getting paid for the hour because I'm pretty sure I bring more value than what I'm getting paid for. But that's just
hey, look,
petty.
you know what's funny? Hey, look, Lady D, you working next to the overachiever. He working his ass off or whatever. And you just getting by. He getting pissed at you because you know what I'm saying, you barely do whatever
barely
do and getting paid the same amount of money.
They say
so I get
it. Let's do 5.
I never understood that. Why do you care how much work I do? Do your work.
Hey,
leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. I definitely agree. So that's it. That was my Mikeism. Just one.
Well said, sir.
Thank you. I liked it.
Glad y'all did.
All right. Let's see. So you guys want to do outros, or you want to go to Lady D's word of wisdom? You want to close the show, or you want to do it in the flow of the show, man?
Let's do the word of wisdom and then close the show.
All right. Boom. Lady D's words of wisdom.
All right. So, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. That's Marcus Aurelius. I'll repeat it. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts.
Well said.
Snaps,
yo.
I know, right? Cynthia Johnson, she gives snaps.
It snaps, right on.
Right. Maybe they could have been for me, but either way, both of them deserve.
Both of them.
That was for me. Thank you. No.
I'll call her and find out. But anyway. Hey, so I guess with that being said, man, we thank you all again for this journey. How long was we going for? 3 months, and then we off a month, something like that. 2 months.
Yeah, 2 on, 1 month off.
So okay, all right. So these 2 months were amazing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It was great. Always reconnecting, not only with you guys, but you know, the audience that we have, bringing in new people to check us out, and you know, we hope to have better and grow in our future. You know, as far as we taking this thing, because we only started. I know we've been, especially with this network. Network, RG put together. I like how you just combined us all like Voltron type of thing. You know, we all were just floundering, you know, in space, and you got us together.
I wouldn't even say that, man. I would just say I just found a bunch of great people, and we all kind of have the same idea. That's the best thing, because none of it is done by yourself. Oh, wait.
Hey, I just come to the last show. You know, he said, leaving already, Mike, you passed my mind, and then I sprayed Lysol, so I'm good now.
Yeah.
That's messed up, Maurice, but you know what?
Damn.
Still my brother.
Right.
It's so funny, though, because
Maurice,
you know what? Maurice over there smudging Newport, so he gonna be all right.
Newport is shit.
You need to smudge some Newports. That'll help. That'll help with the demons.
Yes, callback. We go. That's a deep callback. Yeah,
that's my boy, man. We missed you, Maurice. Like, you know.
Yeah, we still here, sir. We just be taking more breaks in the old days, sir. But we still here with you, dog.
Yes.
Thank you for pulling up.
Hey, he sent me some great content on IG, man. It's hilarious. I think he sent you some too, RG. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. If you are not following this man on Instagram, then you are missing out on some of the most hilarious stuff ever in life. So, make sure you check out Maurice on
and his
Instagram.
Commentary. You know what I'm saying?
Hilarious.
A little build up before you even get to his video. So shout out, like you said, shout out to Maurice. But again, man, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. You know, and joining me every week. Well, not joining me, but allowing me to join you guys. It's a beautiful thing, and I hope that we can keep this going for as long as we can keep our energy up, and you know,
or start getting paid. It's
gonna happen.
We're gonna get paid.
The thing is all about consistency, and I think we have that down pat. So now we just gotta, you know, grow together, and we got it. So with that being said, y'all can follow me on Instagram. I am _1 Mike. You can also follow me on Facebook. It's just Mike Johnson, but you know, I'm everywhere.
All right. Lady D, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at LadyD4440. And if you have anything petty you want to share, you can send it.
Heck, I'm RG. You can find me on Instagram under RGainsII. We all we ask is that you be respectful. We do block, show content, petty bills, whatever you want to talk about. We're down for it. We just ask that you just relax.
Yes,
because we're older people and we have no patience for nonsense. Other than that, we're here for you. Maurice, one time, you said you leave my Lou Rawls voice alone. Just because you mad, I don't put you on as my backup singer. You know what?
I know, man. Hey, look, I think I'll make a perfect backup singer.
Me too. I will back up behind stage and not say a word because you actually might want to get paid for that.
I don't know, RG. You be on you be out there karaoke. And if you don't follow this guy, please, you got to, man. This guy does karaoke at least twice a month.
Well, because when your crew says, "Hey, let's karaoke," we'll do that. If you haven't noticed, I don't really have a lot of shame in my bloodstream.
None.
So it's just kind of what it is.
None. I have all the shame, and I mean, not for you. I'm talking about just for myself.
You know what? That's not the first time I've heard that, sir. It doesn't offend me at all.
That's funny. That's funny.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Mr. Johnson.
And Maurice, he says, but have a good week either way. You too, Maurice. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, man. For real. All right, so we check y'all out on
we'll be back in April. Let's see what's the first week in April.
May.
We will be back.
May.
May. Thank you, May. See, I'm already trying to put us back to work. Let's see. We will be back. I'm trying to see. April.
May the 4th.
May 5th. At Cinco. Oh, we're back on Cinco de Mayo.
Hey!
All right.
And the day after Star Wars Day. May the 4th.
Yes, may the 4th be with you. God bless.
Let's go. All right, y'all. Till next week. I mean, next
month. All right, folks. Holla back.
Bye, everyone.